Did you listen to Jeff and Professor Hamo in the morning? Here's what you missed.
Janeth Jepleting is 27 years old. At the age of 14, she was forced to become a maid. At the age of 14, she had a child. At the age of 14 onwards, they tried to marry her off 3 times in Nandi County. At one time, to a 70-plus-year-old man. That's the story. That's where it begins. But we can fast forward and just tell you today, not only has she gotten a BA from Catholic University, she's about to embark on a master's degree at Sussex University in the UK. That, in essence, is her story. But let's fill in the blanks. Janeth Jepleting, welcome to Hot 96.
Thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
My God, what a story. You know, every time we think that we've heard it all, and now you. So you were born out of wedlock, you say?
Yes.
Go on.
I was born out of wedlock, and that has never been easy, especially to me and my mother and my other relatives. So I didn't have a good relationship with my foster father because of that, and I was my grandmother took me in, now my mother to my mom, but unfortunately she passed when I was in standard 6, and I was took in by my aunt, who is now sister to my mom. Yeah. And while I was there, she also mistreated me. She used me as a maid. Yeah, it was not easy.
Did she have children?
Yeah, she had children, but they were in high school, and only one was in primary, but I could wake up very early in the morning to prepare breakfast for him before he left to school. Then I go milking, then I prepare now tea for everyone before I leave to school.
For everybody?
Yeah, for everybody.
And she would mistreat you?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, give us examples.
Yeah, for instance, I didn't have shoes, because when now the uncle buy me the shoe, after he left to work, she could hide my shoes. Number 2, I could arrive during lunchtime. She has not prepared lunch, so I had to come and cook for everybody. Then I give water to goat, sheep, and all.
You were doing all that,
yeah, I was
and you still had homework.
Yeah. Then I go back to school the same in the evening. Yeah. So I would sleep late and wake up late.
Would she abuse you physically? Would she beat you and stuff?
She never beat me, but all this work really made me suffer.
Sure, absolutely.
Because when I was there, she used to separate my plate, cup. So if she could find me using another cup to drink water, at first I thought I was HIV positive. But then I came to realize because we are poor.
Yeah. And you couldn't touch the stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Where was this? Still in Nandi?
Yeah, still in Nandi at home.
Okay, so at 14, you get a child.
Yeah, I got, at 14, after class 8, now my other aunt was like, I can't go to high school because now my mom cannot afford school fees. So I think they thought the only way is to get married. They brought the guy. They asked me to cook for him, which I did. Then people disappeared. Yeah.
Complete stranger?
Yeah, complete stranger.
Older man?
The guy was the neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, but
a bit
far. No, I didn't know him in person, but they knew him.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you make tea, you make
chocolate
dough.
Then he disappeared. Yeah. So after that incident, I went to work as a maid, and then I didn't know I was pregnant until when I was 5 months. My mom was like, "Oh, because you are complaining of headache, we can run some tests." Because I was innocent, I didn't know I was pregnant. So when the results came out, I was pregnant 5 months.
What happened to that guy? Was he still around?
Yeah, he was around, but I never saw him from that incident until when I gave birth.
And he showed up.
He showed up at the hospital, but he never brought anything. Then he disappeared again. Yeah. So now after I gave birth, I was taken in by another relative because my father now, you see, I was not in good terms with him. So when I was taken in by another relative, whom she brought now an old man to marry me.
Oh.
So I also had to run away. I went back to my first employer. I asked her if I can continue working with her. But after about an year, I told her I'm going to school. And her and the husband could not believe that I was going to school.
Right.
They thought that I've gotten somebody who can pay me much better than them. And for me, I didn't want to argue with them. I didn't want to prove that they are wrong because I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like showing actions instead of proving that you are wrong.
Yeah.
You are right. So I went to school. I went to Stephen Cositan. I talked to principal. I explained my situation. She gave me the admission number. But now fee was a problem.
Yeah.
But I had saved something which it was only enough for some shopping, but not school fees.
Okay.
So when I got the admission, I went back to talk to my DO. So the DO was familiar with my story because my mom used to report my father like now and then because he was mistreating me. So the DO wrote a letter to CDF, but when I went there, it was post-election violence. They told me they didn't have any funds, but they did a letter to school that they were going to pay, which I took that letter to school, to principal. I talked to her. She understood my situation, but now in Form 3, she was transferred. And the person who replaced her could not understand my situation. And also I had huge arrears. And so I was chased home, I was sent home.
In Form 3.
In Form 3, which it was really bad because I felt like it was end of my journey because you take a look at the arrears and at home you can't even afford like food, even once in a day. When I went home, my mother was not there. She was nowhere to be found. So I talked to my cousin, whom now their parents are rich. And instead of advising their parents to continue supporting me, they asked me to go and work as a cleaner at referral hospital. So because also during holidays in high school, I was also working as a maid in Eldoret to raise some funds. So at first I thought it was a good idea. Then I was like, if I go back to as a cleaner, I'll never go back to school. So I went to my employer. I talked to her if she can give me some cash so that I can come and work for her after high school. At first, she couldn't agree, but after some time now, she gave me something, which after high school, after Form 4, I went back to work for her for about 8 months.
So what she gave you was enough to pay your arrears?
It was not enough.
It wasn't enough?
It wasn't enough. But now also I had to apply for CDF. I had to follow up my MP, whom you could get me 10,000. So for me, I didn't see that 10,000 as a small amount because he's MP. But I thank God because I've gotten that amount. Yeah.
And how were your grades in school?
From Form 1 to Form 3, I was performing well. But now after that,
Incident.
going home, like almost every now and then, it really affected me. I had a C minus. Yeah.
And then after that?
After that, when I went back now to pay the debt.
Yeah. 8 months now.
Yeah.
You owed her 8 months.
Yeah. So I used to read the newspapers and I got an advert from Nairobi Institute of Business Studies, NIBS. So I applied for, because they needed, like for diploma in law, they need like C minus, which is equivalent to C plain. So I only missed 1.2 C plane. So I applied and I got. So like now when I was paying the debt, these guys brought another person. Yeah, to verify. So when they brought this guy,
what was this guy like?
the guy was in his 40s, but those people whom I don't know how to put it, but when they brought this guy, I had admission, but I did not tell anybody that I applied this and this. But because now I had finished paying the debt,
Yes.
the following day I told them I'm going to Nairobi to see. For me, I thought seeing Moi was easy. I thought with admission letter and my certificate, it's easy.
Yes.
I thought it was really easy.
So you said what? Let me go to Nairobi and look for this boy.
For the first time I came to Nairobi.
Yes.
But when I reached Nairobi, I was confused.
Yeah. It's like when Prof first came. You were confused.
I didn't know even where my bus stop is.
Yes.
So it was
Well, let alone.
Ni Moi tunatafuta. Kama atakuwa pesa kumuona ni ngumu.
Love the window Moi Avenue. And then?
Ukaambiwa Nyayo House ndio ile. Hapo utamuona.
So I talked to a guy from home. He can take me, because you see in every area there are those people who they make you believe that they know everybody. So when I talked to him, he was like, yeah, he's close to people's Moi.
Yes.
I will take you to it.
Yeah.
We only got kitu ingine.
But now,
Kwa mwana ng'ombe.
that day when we were traveling, I called him and he started saying, oh no, I have a function. We can travel at night. And I told myself something is wrong.
Of course.
So I called him after 10 minutes. I lied to him. I was good at lying, but I could lie for a good reason.
It's always a good reason.
Always.
So I told him that there is a mama here. She's traveling to Nairobi to see the kids, and she's driving alone. She can give me a ride to save the transport. She agreed. I went to Great Rift. I took Matatu. I came to Nairobi. But the following day, the guy never picked the call.
You see?
Yeah.
You see? Alitaka kukupeleka Muscat. Muscat. Katima.
Yeah.
So, by the way, in all this time, where is your daughter or your son?
My son, when I joined Form 1, my son was taken by now the father's family, his father's family, because they had, I don't know, they were thinking that maybe after high school, I'll marry their son, which I was never interested at all.
Yeah, but they came and took a child and he never even came and visited or brought anything?
Imagine even in hospital, the guy came without nothing.
Where is the child today?
The child is still with him.
13 years old right?
Yeah, he's now in class. He's turning that in November.
Do you see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Are you close?
Yeah, we are really close, and he normally visits me in Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, I go sometimes, like during opening days, I go visit him, I go take him to school.
Did his father marry?
Yeah, he got married, I think, in 2015 or
Do they have children?
Yeah, they have one child, but now my kid is now with his parents.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So he's not being
Because
mistreated or anything?
No, because they didn't allow him to take, because they understand what will happen.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Hapo kuna
It's what happened to you would happen to him, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Good. So he's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you come to Nairobi looking for Moi.
Moi.
What happens?
So when I came to Nairobi, I called Mama from home to accommodate me. So the following day, she brought me to Kenko. She asked me to sit there and call the guy, tell him that I'm at this place. So now when I called the guy, he was like, oh, you refused to travel with me, blah, blah. And I was like, now this is the end of the road. But you know what I told him? God will make another way. Because I always believe that. So while I was still at Kencom, I had people talking Kikale. And I talked to them. I told them I'm so and so. I'm here. Would you kindly direct me to Moi's place? And they were like, what?
Moi.
Yeah.
Hata sisi hatuna.
Nimezaliwa Nairobi.
Sijawahi muona.
Sasa tena ni Moi. Ai, labda ngoje news. Kama watu wengine.
Achana ka. Yes.
I'm Moi.
So yeah, so they were like, what? And I'm like, oh no, I think I need to go back home. Then I told them, is there any, like, do you know anybody who can sponsor someone? And they took me to Professor Kamar. Kamar was education.
They took you to her.
Yeah, wow. I talked to her, and you know what she said? Oh, I'm going to Uganda for some function. You'll come back when I arrived. And then when she told me that, something at my mind was like, she's not ready to help me. Because if she was ready, she could have even offered to pay for the first semester or something to start with. So I forget about her. So in that process, I met someone else who introduced me to somebody. And that person took his time. He said, my story is really inspiring, but he has to confirm whether it's true. So he took like 2 weeks. I didn't know the person. It was the first time. Then he called me. He said, I've confirmed your story. Get ready to go to school.
Wow. In these 2 weeks, where were you?
In these 2 weeks, I was accommodated by the lady.
Okay.
Yeah. The person I had called her before I came to Nairobi. Yeah.
So this complete stranger.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, this complete stranger took his time to investigate whether my story is true.
Yeah.
Because also I think he knew people from my area.
But he didn't want anything from you.
No, he didn't want, because I didn't see the guy until when my story appeared in the newspaper.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. So you have this spirit around you that just people it attracts all kinds of people.
Yeah, true.
And I think your soft spokenness.
Sana.
This is
hata ndio maana alikuwa anatafuta Moi. Yeah,
Angempata.
Hivi tu moja.
Okay, so he paid for your first semester.
He paid for the whole amount.
The whole
at Nibs.
Yeah, at Nibs. Then now he was asking, what about accommodation? So this lady was willing to accommodate me.
Okay.
But after I joined Nibs, like after around three weeks, the lady started complaining. Now you need to look for another accommodation. And I was really frustrated because I didn't know anybody else in Nairobi, and my mom cannot afford rent. So I asked her to give me like a week to plan myself, to organize myself. So in the final week, I called now the guy. I explained what happened, and he was like, look for a house near the school, Ngara, but not more than 7,000 per month. So I got a small room, and because Nibs was in Ranangala, so I could walk. Yeah. So that's
what you did?
Yeah.
For how long?
For 2 years.
Wow. Did you work?
No, I didn't work.
Sweet.
Classes were full time.
All day long?
Yeah, all day long.
And upkeep?
Upkeep now, like he would send like 8-5. So because I was not paying transport, you see, I've grown up in a difficult situation. So
you could live on 8-5?
Yeah, I could surviving.
On 8-5?
No,
yeah.
7 ni ya kulipa nyumba.
Yeah, 15 is 7 because I was not paying transport.
1,500 ni chakula.
Ndio chakula na kila kitu.
Yeah, and then my mom akifanikiwa, she can send like 500, 1,000 kama ni mingi.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
how long did you do that for?
For 2 years until I finished.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah.
You got your diploma.
Yeah, I got my diploma, which I passed. I applied for degree. So when I applied for degree, I was also frustrated because of school fees. I don't want to mention the person I called, because I called to this prominent person. I text him through WhatsApp. He called me the following day. He sent me to his PA, but now those people kept asking me to come the following day for about a year. So people thought I was working in that office, because I used to wake up at 8 and leave there at 4 for something. So, and when I kept going there, I realized I can't go to school if I keep doing this, because you can't be going every day and they are not doing anything. So I went to Kwea. I lied to a finance officer. I told him, if he can't admit me, I'll miss classes, and the person who is to sponsor me is in abroad.
You told the person?
Yeah.
What is Kwea? What is Kwea?
Sorry?
What is Kwea?
Kwea is Catholic University of Eastern Africa.
Oh.
Yeah. So he admitted me.
What?
Yeah.
Unaona?
Yes, Wamoy.
Unaona huyu?
You ni faith.
He admitted you
Yeah, he admitted me.
on your word.
Yeah, imagine without a penny. And then after some times also, I was worried because I knew there is no way I was going to do exam.
We are abroad.
Yeah, Ayuko, it never existed.
Faith.
My
Bro.
intention was like, once I'm at Kwea,
Yeah.
something else will come.
So, did they follow up? Wapi mtu wako, wapi mtu wako?
No, they didn't.
They never asked.
Where shughulika? Where wako
You
abroad?
went through how many years?
When I joined, when they admitted me, after now 2 months,
Yeah.
I got worried because exam was
It's
around the
coming,
corner.
yes.
So I was like, there is no way I'm going to miss exam.
Yes.
I went back to my church. I wrote many letters to Provost, All Saints Cathedral.
All
I
Saints.
explained my background,
Yeah.
and luckily I got scholarship.
Wow.
You see this woman?
Huyu akiona ndio pale. Naenda.
Wewe ni malaika, wewe ni nini?
Yeah, so when I got scholarship, I also had many problems. Because my landlord was already closing.
Ile ya 7,000.
Yeah, ingine ya Rongai, because now I had to move to Rongai because
Closer.
it was near to school. So during exam, I went back in the evening and I found my landlord desk closed. Then I've never had friends, because I don't want people to push me to do things which I'll regret. Like,
Correct.
I don't want to live like them. I want to live my own life, which I know it's mine, not to live somebody else's life.
Yes.
So I went back to church. I wrote a letter to now the lady I told you about. I explained my situation, and because now the church gave me scholarship for now next semester, not now for this semester. So the lady paid 200 and something thousand to school, which it covered fee for the first semester and balance for next semester's course. Also, were going to pay like 85,000.
But do you know her?
I didn't know her, but I knew she was a member to my church. I just did a letter to her.
And she paid 200 and something
Yeah.
thousand.
Yeah, and also she started paying for my rent.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
What is this you have about you? What is this?
I don't.
It's an aura.
Yeah.
It's an aura.
So before I finished Kwea, I knew I was going to do my master's abroad.
You knew.
Yeah, I had that intention, but now the thing is, I knew it was not impossible because of the challenges.
Yeah.
But I know I have to go.
Okay,
So
when did you finish at Catholic?
I finished last year August and graduated in November. So when I got my certificate, which I missed like 4 points to get first class, I sent to Sussex. They start processing the admission. So now I got admission. And people at home are like, are you sure you are going to raise this? I'm going to England.
But you paid the admission fee and everything, didn't you?
Yeah.
There's a fee
Yeah,
involved.
there's a fee. So I'm like,
And they accepted you
Yeah, they
for their
accepted.
master's program.
Yeah.
Starting when?
it's starting now next month, September 23rd.
Huh?
Yeah.
So
okay, where are we?
Tuko na visa? Hatuna.
Visa umepata?
Hatuna visa.
What
happened? Now, the school, see, before you apply for visa, you need to pay down payment to give me a confirmation letter, and also I needed to pay pre-housing payment so that they attach with that confirmation letter where I'm going to stay, and that confirmation letter the embassy will use to process the visa.
Correct.
So I have not paid the down payment,
which is how much?
Which is 324,000, including prepayment, your housing. The down payment, your tuition fee is £2,000. Alafu ya pre-housing is £400.
For the year or for the term?
No, that's the down payment. The total fee is £16,750.
Per year or?
For the whole course.
The whole course.
How long is the course?
The course is 1 year.
Oh, it's 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So down payment is
324,000.
Kenya shillings.
Yeah, because if you do like 2,400 pounds times 135, it's that 224,000 around there. Yeah, but I believe I'm going to school. It doesn't matter. Because for me, I'm like, once I get full down payment, I don't want even to wait to pay for that full amount.
No.
I have to go there. I can take any job, whether it's caregiver. I don't mind. Whether it's cleaner, I don't mind.
You've done all of that?
Yeah, I've done all of that.
Without pay.
Me, my intention is to go there, to get
Okay. Wow. Janeth, it is August the 29th. September 23rd is 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. Ni kama kutafuta Moi.
Hii ni story ya Moi kabisa. It's the same
Janeth, help me out here. You are so optimistic. You're so full of life.
Yes.
Thinking that you're boarding that plane on the 23rd or 22nd.
Yeah.
Tayari hata kizungu ameshika. Anaongea kiboli. Tayari umeenda.
Janeth.
What?
So how are you going about getting this 330,000?
I organized for fundraising, which it didn't go well. I asked for paybill, which is so slow. People have been criticizing me on Facebook, and you know what I said? I don't mind about your critics, but I need to go to school. Yeah. So whatever you think, they're like, oh, and I'm like, you see, I've gone through the worst things than even what you are saying, so I really don't mind.
Okay, did you go back to your church?
Yeah, I go back to my church, but now they can't sponsor my masters. You know, All Saints, they target those who are struggling in high school and degrees.
That's their priority.
Masters is now another state.
What about this Good Samaritan of ours?
Good Samaritan of ours said she has volunteered to pay for visa, which I'm really grateful.
Yeah, it's about 10,000-12,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
No, it's 50,000. Visa and medical.
Yeah. It's 50K.
Yeah, it's 50K.
So she's going to sort that out.
Okay.
So all you need is 320 and change.
Yeah. So I was telling
Naya kutoa.
Yes.
Janeth.
Ni kama anaenda Narok. Unajua Narok unaweza pitia hapa Maimanyo.
Maimanyo. Kama kuna traffic. Tutafika. Masaa mawili.
Nyonyolea lori.
Janeth, where do you get this spirit from? I'm shocked. I can't believe this.
The reason why I'm doing all this is because I don't want to go back as a house girl. Yeah. And I know there are people who look let me use this word, they look into me, like they are saying if Janeth did, probably we are going to do it. So the reason why I need to go to school, it's not only my dream, but it's also my siblings' dream. Because if I give up now, they'll be like, you just gave up. So who are we? Yeah, but if I do it, at least they'll be like, oh, our sister did it.
Are you also doing it for your mother?
Yeah. For my mother.
She's still working.
Yeah, she's still working.
Here in Nairobi?
Yeah, here
as
in
a
Nairobi,
maid?
As a maid. Actually, there is, she works at the river.
At the river?
Yeah.
Goodness.
But now her boss is working in Nairobi. Yeah.
Janeth.
From being married off to
having a child as a child.
Utalea nani uache nani wote ni abuju. Haya. looking for more.
In Nairobi,
I mean,
to finding strangers who respond to you. There's got to be
you
something.
even a brother saa zingine kumwandikia cheki ya 50,000 ni ngumu.
My friend.
Brother yako.
The good Samaritan.
Imagine mtu tu ametokea.
Stranger.
Yeah.
There's something about her.
She believes in something.
Oh.
Don't you?
I'm not hurt for what I've gone through, but I thank God for putting me through that situation, because now I'm here because of him, and I'm here because of that situation. If I had those opportunities, probably I wouldn't be here. Probably I would be married.
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't
To
have.
that 70-year-old man.
Yes.
William
Yeah.
said.
Kai.
Yeah.
So-
The second na shukari.
God. Janet, do you think you're here for a reason? Your purpose? What is your purpose?
Okay. Mr. Jeff, like around 2 months ago, I asked my friend, I think you know him, Jepleting Manuela.
Yes.
I told Manuela, I need to see Jeff Koinange. How do I get him? And he told me, why don't you write letters and drop at Citizen TV? Kamwambia, it will take a year for him to receive.
Or to respond?
And then yesterday when I checked the Twitter,
Yes.
I got his
Katiba
and,
Clyde.
and I'm like, what? You know, and for him he sent on 17 of this month.
You didn't check
I didn't
for
check,
10 days.
Until yesterday I was going through my list.
Katiba.
Jana.
Yeah,
Katiba.
jana yesterday.
Katiba, wewe unaenda binguni.
Wewe umeingia kwa hao ambao.
Direct.
Oh.
Nyumba kubwa.
Bas.
Ay, Katiba, you made this possible? You see that? And now you're
And the-
here.
yeah, and the
Now you're
first-
here.
yeah,
Okay,
the
all right. If
first
someone is listening to you right now for the first time, Janet, we don't have much time left on this clock now, or you to go to Sussex University, and you've been accepted,
Yeah.
and you have 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What do you tell them? Someone's listening to you for the first time.
Okay, I would tell them that, okay, first, because I know there are people who are going through this situation, try to believe in someone, because if that person who sponsored my diploma, if he had not believed in me, I won't be here. And also if they are willing to support me, I'll be really grateful. And in future, I hope I'll support someone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're amazing. And you know the tweets are a reflection of who you are. Kimutai Deno Cheriot says, this lady is an angel. I am crying and she is full of smiles and laughter. May God continue seeing you through. Kimutai Korir anasema chama gay Janet.
Let me see.
I wish you well in your endeavors. May you succeed in God's name. Dr. Masai Jr., he says, she's not a human being. She is an angel sent. What a story. Keep doing what you love. Governor Mdogo, all the way from Taita Taveta County, he says her story is really inspirational. God truly never disappoints. Titus be what? Hey, watu wenye
Haya.
wametokelezea.
Watu wale tulikuwa tunatafuta wamoi. Be what?
They want me to- I really want to say I'm sorry for this lady because I once received her message on Facebook and didn't take her seriously because I thought she was the usual social media scammers. May God guide you and prosper for the hustles you have gone through and be where you are. Titus be what? Alikuwa amekulenga mbaya
hii ni shida
on
gani?
Facebook. Duncan Were, he's in the Vatican, as in Kangemi, says this is a real survival, perseverance, and never giving up story. Oh my, young lady, God has a purpose for your life.
Amen.
Cosmas Mayo.
Haya, yani hii ni ya nyumbani.
Cosmas.
Watu wamekimbia hapa mbaya.
Where? What a story. It is really making me to shed tears. Wacha Mungu aitwe Mungu.
Oh, wapi?
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Wacha katiba aitwe katiba.
Katiba. Oh, this is beautiful. Soma mwenye si wa nyumbani. Tafuta mmoja.
Oli Moo, all the way from Calgary, Canada. Calgary, Canada. It's nighttime on Thursday night, Ugo. Wednesday night.
Yes.
Hawajafika Thursday.
Bado.
Hawajafika Thursday. Still Wednesday.
Saa pili.
She says, oh my God, 5 months without prenatal. God protect you and your baby. God bless those people who took time to help you. As for Moi, there is someone in the studio here. WhatsApp group. And
Yes. Asante. Thank you very much. Tumepata mtu. Umesumbuka kutafuta Moi lakini umempata. Na umempata kwa njia ya shaweli. Kwa sababu unapitia State House sasa. Hallelujah. Katiba sema amen. Amen. Asante Katiba. Oh yeah.
Haya, Pastor Nganga.
Mpia. Utafuka hiyo kitu.
Janeth Jepleting, you have an amazing story. Carly, look at Carly all the way in Seattle, Washington, America.
Oh.
Anasema, what a story. Incredible young lady with lots and lots of faith. We are inspired. May God continue guiding you. All the way from America, my dear. Bado ni jana. Huko bado ni jana.
Watu hata hawajamaliza kuinspire ya juzi. Ndio hawa sasa jana.
Yameingia hapa.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable story, Janeth
Kuna
Jepleting.
mtu anauliza. Umesema paybill haijapatikana.
Paybill iko, but sasa people are not raising.
Aya, tupatie.
Tupatie. Mtu
Oh,
anauliza hapa.
Ala? Ana watu wanauliza?
Ah yeah.
Una paybill?
Anauliza.
Haya, fungueni roho, fungueni roho.
Pastor.
Haya.
Ongelesha watu wangu.
Tuendelee kutoka jana tuingie leo.
Nina chapa keyboard. Nina keyboardist.
Oh my, paybill number.
Yeah, it's 55
Go on.
8381
558381 account number.
Janeth Education Fund.
Janeth with a TH, right?
Yeah, with a TH.
Janeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Janeth
Janeth.
Education Fund.
Yeah.
55381.
Yeah.
You heard that, folks, the paybill number. Let's do what we do best. 558381. And the account number is Janeth with an H. TH rather. Janeth with a TH. Education Fund. Guys, this young lady is the real deal Holyfield. She's gone through hell and back to hell, and she came out smelling like roses
She's smiling.
and smiling from ear to ear.
Imagine.
My
Hata
goodness.
sasa hivi unaona hii nini scam. Huyu alitudanga. Ndio maana wale wa Facebook waliogopa.
It's too good to be true.
You're smiling.
Again, paybill number 558381. Account number Janeth with a TH. Janeth Education Fund. Unbelievable. All the very best, Janeth. We'll keep you posted and let us know. I mean, if you get 300 and change,
Tuambie.
tuambie tu ndivyo tu.
Yeah, I will.
Tushangilie.
Tushangilie.
Kikatiba. Yes. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen. What a story, folks. What? You cannot make this stuff up.
Catch Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.